Yes, Namaste, my dear people, my dear friends. Today we are going to learn a very important poem by which we are going to learn the most important life skills and life lessons for our life, my dear children, my dear friends, my dear people. So, what is that? The poem is written by Abraham Lincoln, the former president of America. Okay, so what he says. So in this Abraham Lincoln's letter, the poem name is itself, that is the Abraham Lincoln's letter. So through this poem, here this is not at all a poem first of all, because this was a letter written by Abraham Lincoln to his son's teacher. Okay, so in this letter, but while writing this letter, he has written this letter in the poem format. So let us try to understand this poem and let us try to inculcate and imbibe all these qualities in our life, and each and every word and each and every sentence, whatever this Abraham Lincoln ji is telling, no, he is writing in this poem, no, for the teacher of his son. So it is very much important for all the teachers if you are a teacher, for all the students if you are a student, for all the children if you are a child, for all the people if you are the good citizens and nice citizens of your country. It may be you may be any citizen of any country. It will help you a lot if you learn this, my dear children. So come on, let us start this poem. So in this, first of all, the basic theme of this poem is that Abraham Lincoln says that to his teacher, to his son's teacher, that not to teach only the academic lessons, but he says that a teacher must teach the moral values and life skills, life values for a child or for the children. Why? Because if a person in a childhood days itself he is able to learn all the moral values, then he will be the nice citizen in the future, what the Abraham Lincoln ji is thinking. So because of this reason, he says that not to teach only the academic lesson, but also you should be the greatest teacher to teach the life lessons for my children. So what happens? So let us start one by one. Let us take each and every line. So by that we can try to understand and we can try to inculcate and imbibe this quality in our life also. So first thing I told that he says to the teacher that my son should be a finest citizen, not an academician. Only he should not secure the good marks in the examination, but he should be the finest citizen of this country. And also he says that this is the big order for the teacher, even though it is a big order, but teacher should try as much as possible. Okay, he should try to imbibe all the good moral values in a student. So this is the first thing what we can remember. So the next thing, so he gives three examples that it is a very beautiful example that every scoundrel, try to listen this, it's very funny also, that every scoundrel has a hero. Second thing, for every selfish politician there is a dedicated leader. And the third thing, for every enemy also there is a friend. So try to observe all these three lines, my dear children, my dear friends, that each and every person in this world, even he is a dedicated selfish politician, for him there will be a role model who is much more selfish than this particular person. So if for the enemies or for the cruel people also there will be friends, right? So for cruel people which itself will be the friends. So like this, for each and every person there are leaders and there are a dedicated people. So try to observe these three lines. Once again you go back and listen to these three lines, because it brings so much laughter for me. I will laugh so much because listening to these sentences, because it's funny, so much funny. So okay, then he says that to teach his son, to the teacher he is writing here that to teach his son to laugh, because laughing is itself the good quality and good behavior. When you have the good behavior and good heart, you can laugh, and when you laugh your life will be fine. So he says to the teacher that to teach how to laugh for my children, for my child, for my son. So the next thing he says that when somebody bullies at him, he should think that bullying is the easiest to defeat. So if somebody bullies at you, so you must not think that I am bad or somebody is bullying at me. You should never think like that. You must think that bullying, if somebody is bullying you, you can defeat bullying very easily. Because think, my dear friends, if somebody tells about you something, you should never get affected by it, because you know who you are, because I know how I am, right? So you should never get bullied by someone, and if you get bullied also, you should never bother about that bullying. You should you should go in your own path. You should go towards your aim, and you should go towards your actions. Never give ears or never try to think about these bullying people. Okay, so the next thing he says that about the wonders of the books, that a teacher should teach a student about the wonders of the books. Because try to think, my dear friends, books are the very good friends of us. If you have a friend, if he gets some important work, he might go away. But if you have a book, it will be always with you, and it will teach you so much of good lessons. So always try to think that your good friend is books itself. Good book is a good friend. Okay, so he says that to the teacher to teach that books are the wonderful friends of our life. So the next thing he says that a teacher should give the time for the children. A teacher should give the time for every student to think about the nature. You can see the nature around me. Every student should think calmly and quietly. He should sit in a quiet place, and he should think about what is this nature, how this tree came, how this bird came, and everything, each and every small things in the nature, he should concentrate, and he should try to understand what it is with his heart, and he should get the time to do this. And also he says that he should also watch the birds in the sky. He should a student, he is telling to the teacher to teach how to observe the birds in the sky, how to learn and observe the bees in the sun, and how to observe these flowers in the green hillside, right? So the next thing he also says that a teacher must teach the student that it is better to fail in the examination than to cheat. Yes, my dear children, this is the very important thing that you should learn in your life. To be honest is the greatest thing, and to cheat and to pass, if you also cheat and if you pass, that is not a good matter, because one or the other day you will fail in your life, because you don't know the particular thing what you have passed in that examination. But if you are honest and if you fail also, you are the greatest person, because you know the honesty, and if you have honesty, you can reach the greatest heights in your life because of this honesty itself. So he says that to teach the honesty for his son. So the next thing he says that his son has to have faith in his own ideas. Even if all the people tell that his ideas are wrong, he must have faith in his own ideas. So like the same way, my dear children, I would like to tell you and convey you through this line that you should have your own faith in your own ideas. Never think about others. Just leave all about others. You have to have faith in your own ideas, in your own heart, in your own soul. Okay. Never think if somebody is telling that this idea is wrong, this idea could not work out. Never think about that. Never bother about those things, because the person becomes great when he has complete confidence in his own ideas. Okay. Even though if the other people are telling that it is wrong, if you have faith in your own idea, you should follow your own idea. This is what the thing that we should learn, my dear children. So the next thing he says that a teacher should teach a student to be gentle with the gentle people and to be tough with tough people. See, my dear children, how the people acts with you, like the same way you have to act with them. If the people are acting gently with you, act gently, act very good with them. But if they are tough with you, you also must be tough with them. This is what you have to learn. So the next thing, what we can learn. See how many life lessons that we can learn, my dear friends, right? So the next thing, he also says that you always teach my son that not to follow the crowds. Crowd means what? So many people, if so many people are following particular person or particular something, if all the people of this whole world are following something, even though it is right, if you think it is wrong, if you think it is wrong, you should never follow, because you have to have faith in your own ideas, my dear children. So always try to follow your heart, not to follow the crowd. Okay, so this is what the teacher should teach his son, what he is telling now. Abraham Lincoln ji is telling in this letter. So the next thing he says that we must, a student, that means we must try to listen to all the men, but we must also try to learn how to differentiate from truthfulness and falsehoodness, because all the men are not good and all the men are not particularly helping you in the right way, my dear children. Some people might misguide you also, right? So always try to differentiate the good things and bad things, but you should listen to each and every person. Okay, so the next thing he also says that a teacher should teach this student, his son, that to laugh in the sad moments, because sadness is inevitable, my dear children. So it will come, even though if you don't wish sadness should not come in your life, it will come, because this sadness or happiness, it's all about the game of this mind. Okay, so always try to observe that you should also laugh when you are in the sad moment, and also you should be happy to share your tears when tears comes out from this eyes. You should not get shamed, because tears has the value, my dear children. So try to think this, always try to laugh in the sadness, and if also tears comes, you should not be shamed for that. So the next thing he also says that he should laugh at cynics and should be careful about the people who show the greatest sweetness, who are the most sweetest people. That means if somebody is showing so much of sweetness to you, you should be careful with them, about those people who are showing kindness to you, more kindness. And the second thing, you have to be what? Laugh at the cynics. If somebody is doing something, bullying at you, you should laugh at them and you should enjoy that bullying also, right? But you should not get affected in the negative way. So these are some of the points what he is trying to tell. And the next thing he also says that you must teach, that means teacher should teach a student. Here what Abraham Lincoln ji is telling, that a person can sell his physical and mental abilities for the highly paid person. If a person is paying you so much of money, then you can sell your physical abilities and mental abilities to him, but you should never sell your own heart and your own soul at any cost, what he is trying to tell. And this is a very big life lesson, my dear children. If your heart and soul doesn't accept to do something, then never accept it. And if your heart and soul is accepting something, and if all the people are telling that it is wrong, then also you should do it. The next thing he also says that one should close his ears for the shouts of the crowds and fight if he thinks that it is right. Yes, always try to think, my dear children, never give your ears, never listen to the crowds, because crowd may be a fool. Sometimes it may accept wrong itself as the right thing. So even if all the people tell you that you are wrong, that you can't do this, you should never listen to this. And if you think something is right, even if all the people are following that, you should have the strength, you should have the courage to follow your own ideas. This is what he is trying to tell. And if you just think, my dear children, who will become the leader, the greatest leader? Who is the greatest leader? The greatest leader is that person who can follow his own heart and who can follow his own soul, my dear children. So the next thing he also says that the teacher should teach all these lessons, this boy, gently, with care, with love, with affection. But he should not get pampered in this affection and love, because steel becomes harder when it is put in the fire itself. Like the same way, when we face difficulties, then only we will be able to become strong in our life, my dear children. So always try to Try not to pray to God to give you only the happiness. Try to pray to the God that He should give you as much as possible as difficulties in your life, because if you can face difficulties, you are stronger. If you are stronger, you can do each and everything very easily. So the next thing he also says that to have the courage in the impatient situation, to have the courage in the impatient situation, and to be patient, to have the braveness. So like the same way at the end he says that the teacher should teach his son that to have faith in himself, because he will have, if he will have his faith in himself, then he will have the faith in the humankind, in the mankind also. And at the last he says that of course it is a big task, big task for the teacher to do all these things, but even though he should try to do as much as possible as the teacher can do, and as much as he can imbibe these good qualities in a student. And also he says that Lincoln G he is saying that at the end his son is a good fellow, and he hopes that he will turn to be a nice and the nicest citizen of his country, of his own country, and he will learn all these good things from his teacher and receive these things, and he will reach the greatest heights in his life. So anyway, my dear children, this is what the poem, that the Abraham Lincoln's letter is all about. So once again, I'm not going to exaggerate here the life lesson, because each and everything throughout your life, even though if you go and reach to the greatest heights in your life, always try to watch this video again and again, because this is the life lessons that you have to imbibe in yourself, my dear children, and you have to inculcate these habits, and you have to reach the greatest heights. And even after reaching those greatest heights, you have to teach these types of good things to others also. So anyway, the whole poem is all about the life lessons. So I hope you have all enjoyed. I have made this completely a full length video. Why? Because to teach you people these life lessons and to make you the great. And because my ambition, I am also a teacher. Here in this video I am acting as a teacher, right? So if I am a teacher, I am trying to make you to imbibe such type of qualities in your life and to make you the great. That is what my vision is all about. Anyway, thank you very much, my dear children, for giving me such an opportunity to teach you people. And I'm not only teaching you people, I'm building the nation. I'm doing the greatest job. Not a politician. I'm not a politician, and I'm not somebody else. But I have complete confidence in myself that I'm doing the greatest job, because I'm trying to build the nation, because I'm building the young minds. Anyway, thank you very much, my dear children. Once again, we all meet you in the next video. Thank you very much, and I love you all. I love you all. I love you all once again. Dhanyawada.